I'm sitting on Mars Hill, the site of Paul's sermon in Acts chapter 17. And as you maybe remember, the Epicureans and the Stoic philosophers invited him to come up on this rock and to present to them his ideas as they were curious. Now I find it interesting because it says the reason that they were curious, it's the reason a lot of people today are curious, because we're really consumed with always wanting to know what's new. And in Acts 17 verse 21, it says that those who lived there spent their time doing nothing except talking about and listening to the latest ideas. Doesn't that seem to be exactly what we're after? What's new? What's exciting? How can something be updated? In other words, we want something fresh because everything in the past has not satisfied what we're looking for. Another interesting fact about this Mars Hill location was it was not simply used as the Harvard, Cambridge, Yale place of presenting ideas and philosophies. It was also a place of judgment. It was a place literally where trials were held. In fact, it was said that there were two stones on Mars Hill, a stone of wrath, and then there was also a stone of shame. And I find that to be very telling, as Christ is the one who took both our wrath and shame. And that is the God that Paul came up here to talk about. He said, I come to tell you about the unknown God, at least unknown to them, because they had statues to unknown gods, one of thousands of statues that they had in their city to their various gods, but they had some to unknown gods simply because they knew they were leaving out some gods. Well, Paul came and said, I want to tell you about the God you don't know. And he went into the God who created them for a purpose, and ultimately he ended on the resurrection, because that is what splits all of humanity. You see, we all are going to come to the point of death. But what Paul on Mars Hill wanted to communicate is that death is not the end, and there is one who came to this world and conquered the grave. And he has a name. His name is Jesus Christ. See, Jesus said, I am the resurrection and the life in John 11:25. He didn't say, I come bringing resurrection. He said, I am the resurrection. He who believes in me, though he die, yet shall he live. And that's still just as true today. You see, you can keep looking for what's new in your life. Go ahead. And you'll never be satisfied because there'll always be something more new and, in your opinion, more exciting. You're looking for answers to your questions, but you'll have more questions later on. But maybe it's not about finding all the answers. Maybe it's about finding the answer, the one in whom you'll find resurrection, the one in whom you'll find joy, the one in whom you'll find peace. Even when the storms of life, from cancer to unemployment to difficult relationships, come knocking, you have a foundation that nothing on this earth can touch. And that's what Paul's message on Mars Hill reminds us. We have a Savior. We have a God. And he's no longer unknown. He became one of us. And he showed and told us who he is, so that one day we too can enjoy him forever.